Hello students, welcome to Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School online classes. Today we are going to start chapter 3 using typing software of unit 2 data entry and keyboarding skills. In the last chapter we have learned about various keys on the keyboard and the proper posture we have to maintain while working on the keyboard. In this chapter we are going to learn about the rapid typing software which will help us to increase our speed and know the positions of keys on the keyboard. So let us start with the chapter. With the advent of the computer in the education, it has become an utmost important part for the students to learn and master the typing skills. That is, we know that in every field we want the typing to be done. So to learn that, the students should make sure that they know the position of the keys and they should learn and master the typing skills themselves and with the help of the other softwares. So typing involves the use of the correct finger placement on the particular keys. So we are going to learn about the touch typing in this chapter. As we have discussed earlier, that touch typing is a method of typing without using the sense of sight. That is, without looking at the keys, we can just, by feeling them, we can just type the keys given on the keyboard. We can type the sentences or the letters or the paragraphs. So in this case, what I have been given here is benefits of touch typing. So first are the benefits of touch typing. When we talk about the benefits of touch typing, the first benefit is speed. So speed, what it does is, as we master the skills of typing, it increases our speed. We are able to type faster and it increases our efficiency. Second is accuracy. When we start typing and when we become the masters of typing, it will help us to reduce our errors and we can type the data whatever is given to us without making any mistake. Third benefit of typing is it will increase our time of typing. That is, whatever the time is being given for a particular work, we will be able to complete that work within the given time frame. And the fourth one is focus. When we learn the touch typing software, after that our focus gets improved. We know that what is the particular position of the finger on the keyboard. So accordingly, when we type any other document, we put the same fingers on the keyboard and whatever is according to the proper position. Okay, so for touch typing we have some requirements like hardware. In the hardware we need the computer with a physical keyboard, mouse and a speaker, and as an operating system we need Windows XP 7, 8, 10 or any other Linux or Mac OS, and for the application software we need the rapid typing software 5.2 version, right? Any other version if it is available you can use that also. So these are some of the requirements which are needed to install the following software. We need the hardware, we need the operating system and we need the application software. After that, let us move on to the next part, which is rapid typing software. So now we are going to learn about the rapid typing software and its working. So when we are talking about the rapid typing software, it is a software which helps us to increase our speed and increase the accuracy in typing. It is designed to teach adults and kids, basically it is for kids and adults, to use their computer keyboard more efficiently and help them to learn the typing skills. It helps to show them the proper position of their fingers on the keyboard and it increases their speed as well. So for this, the rapid typing software has the different courses which it asks the kids or the adults who are working upon it to use them. The first one is the introduction course. So the introduction course covers all the characters typed on your keyboard. Now the beginner course helps the user to learn the position of the keys on the keyboard. This is the beginner course. Then after that comes the experience course, which will help the user to improve the speed while memorizing the frequently used syllables and words. Some of the words and syllables are there which are used more frequently. So for that purpose, experienced course is used, in which it will give you those words for typing which you use more frequently. Next we have the advanced typing, in which it helps the user to improve the typing skills acquired by typing an actual test. A test will be given to you and it will ask that you have to complete it in a given time frame. So this is the advanced course in which you can test your typing. And the last one is the testing course, which helps the user to measure the current typing speed with accuracy with the advanced typing speed. If you want to take the printout of any of the courses, that can be done also. And after that we have the way, that is the method to type the start the rapid typing software. If you are working in MS Windows, you need to click on the start button, select all programs, select the particular software and click on the drop down arrow, and here you have to just choose a rapid typing option. And if you are working in the Windows 10 software, then in that case you need to just click on the start button. In the search bar you need to type the name of the software, that is rapid typing, and it will show you a list of programs or the particular program which you have written in the search box, and that will be shown, and then you have to click on that particular software and that will open. After the particular software gets opened, let us understand about its interface. So what is the meaning of interface? The structure, that is the window of that particular software. Like when we are working in MS Word, it has also an interface. It has title bar, it has status bar, it has document area, and it has so many other components. Same way, the rapid typing software also has some components, like the picture which you see here. This is the picture, and at the top you see there is a title bar in the black line which is shown, and it has the 3 buttons. One is the current lesson, second is the student statistics, and third one is the lesson which is present on the top left corner. So the first one is your current lesson, which help us to open the current lesson. Whatever option you will choose, accordingly the different options will open. Then we have the toolbar which helps the user to select the current course options, like whichever option, whichever course you have to select, introduction, beginner, experience or any other. Then we have, this is the text area where actual text can be typed. So this is the text area, and after that we have is the status bar and the virtual keyboard. So here you can see that this is the status bar at the last, which shows us the different above the keyboard here, which shows or gives us different suggestions to type, like where should finger be placed, what color it is highlighting. And then we have this virtual keyboard. Real is the one which we have with us in front of our computer, and virtual is the one which is inside the computer. So these are the components, or you can say the interface of the rapid typing software. These are the components which are present in this software. Now after we have learned the components of the software, we are going to learn how to use this application. So you have seen that in front of you this type of window will open. After this window opens, what you are going to do is, if you have to start the first lesson, then you have to click on the current lesson tab. So which is your current lesson tab? This one which you see here, this is the current lesson tab. It will show you the different courses. From the different courses you have to select the different lessons as it is shown here, and after you select the lessons you have to just keep on typing whatever is shown on the screen. Here you have been shown some of the characters. So this is a beginner course, so that you have to type, and wherever the space is there you have to give the space. So this is the way you have to click on the first option and choose the required option and start typing the text. Okay. After that we have the typing measurement of speed rates. The words or the characters which you type, they have some measurement speed rates, like CPM stands for characters per minute. How many characters you have typed in 1 minute. Then we have WPM, that is words per minute. KPM, keystrokes per minute. CPS, characters per second. WPS, words per second. And KPS, keystrokes per second. Next topic is typing speed. Now typing speed of an operator is in the form of either the gross speed or the net speed. So let us understand the concept of gross speed and net speed with the help of an example. Here one example is given to you. Suppose a person typed 30 words per 2 minutes with errors in the 6 words. So total words are 50 and they are typed in 2 minutes and errors are 6. So in this case the gross speed will be total words divided by the words typed per minute, and that will be the gross speed. So 50 divided by 2, 25 words per minute will be the typing speed. And if you want to calculate the net speed, then it will be 50 divided by 2, that is the total words divided by the time taken per minute, the time taken for that words, and after that we have to just subtract from that the number of errors divided by, like here it has taken 2 words per minute. So 6 divided by 2, 6 were the errors, and divided by 2, that is 2 words per minute. So 25 minus 6 by 2, 6 by 2 is 3. So 25 minus 3 is 22. 22 is the net speed, whereas gross speed is 25 words per minute. So here you can see the definition also, that gross speed is the calculation of exactly how fast you type with no error penalties. What means how fast you can type without any errors, and net speed is the calculation of exactly how fast you can type error free. It is more useful in calculating the and checking the typing abilities. So this is the way you have to just check the gross speed and the net speed. After that we have typing accuracy. So we have discussed in the benefits of the typing software that accuracy means that you are typing the words without any mistake and accurately. So what is typing accuracy? It is the percentage of the correct entries of the total entries typed. Suppose you have typed 100 entries and out of that 50 are the correct entries. So how much percentage is the typing accuracy? It is 50%. Same way, one table is shown to you. It says accuracy percentage is 100% minus words with errors into 100 divided by total number of words. So here you can see, like we have a person typed 50 words with 50 words per 2 minutes with errors in 6 words. So what is the percentage of accuracy? We have to minus from 100. So 100 minus 6 into 100 by 50. So here the answer is 88%. So this is the way we have to calculate the typing accuracy, right? After that we have typing error. Error in typing means that you have typed the word incorrectly. So how we are going to calculate the typing accuracy? It is the percentage of the wrong entries out of the total entries typed. Suppose total are the 100 entries and the wrong entries are 2. So that will be the, suppose you have typed 10 out of 10, 100 characters incorrectly. So you type with a 10% inaccuracy. Same way 50 characters are typed, if 2 characters are typed wrong out of the 100 characters. So your inaccuracy is 2%. So here you have been given example in terms of the words, characters and keystrokes. So error here is 6 into 100 divided by 50. So here it was taken as a person typed 50 words per 2 minutes with errors in the 6 words. So 6 into 100 in the bracket divided by 50. So it gives you 12%. Okay. Since we have to take words with errors multiplied by 100 divided by total number of words. So here there were 6 words with the errors, multiplied by 100 is 600 and divided by the total number of words. Total number of words were 50. So 600 divided by 50 is approx, you can say 12%. Okay. Next we have is typing rhythm. So when we talk about the typing rhythm, you can say that typing rhythm is the manner or the rhythm in which the individual presses and releases the keys on the keyboard for a proper typing rhythm. The keystrokes should come at the equal intervals. That is the way in which we press the keys on the keyboard and the time interval in which we release the key from the keyboard. That is known as the typing rhythm. It will tell us whether we are typing fast or whether we are typing slow, right? So here an example is also given, like you have done here, person typed 50 words per 2 minutes with a delay in 12 words. So the formula for calculation is words with delay into 100 divided by total number of words. So words with delay were 12 into 100 divided by total number of words. Suppose total number of words were 50 or 100. After that you have to divide, and whatever comes, that will be the percentage of your typing rhythm. That is your slow down percentage. Okay. After that we have interpreting the result. Suppose we have done the typing and now we want to check the result of that one. So we need to check how many words we have typed correctly, how much data we have written, we have typed properly, and how much data is correct and which are our mistake. So interpreting the result on the compilation is an important task. It helps us to know the overall performance and how we have done. Like when you give the exams, you need to know the result of the exam so that you can know about your performance in the exam. Same way, when you are typing the software, it gives you different tests, so you need to get the result of that one so that you can check how much you have learned, how much your speed has increased, how much time you have taken. So this is the thing. Okay. So the result window is divided into two parts. One is the rating pane and other is it has a 3 tabs. One is the next step, detailed statistics, and the errors overview. So here you can see the figure which shows you the different parts. Here this figure it shows you. And if you click on the first one, so it shows you this type of figure, and then you have the next step. It shows you that you can go to the next lesson if your speed or accuracy is correct. And then third we have is the detailed statistics, which shows the lesson statistic, that is the details of the typing speed, the errors, and whatever characters you have typed right or wrong. So you can see here the bar form, so it gives you all the details about this thing, right? How you have typed, time taken, whether your points were correct or not, whatever mistakes were done, all these things. Okay. Next we have is errors overview. So errors overview, this is the third tab in the text area. You can check the errors that occurred during the lesson. Checking on the errors, and it helps us to improve our performance, so that next time if we take the same lesson again, we should not commit the same mistakes, right? Next we have is analyze the student statistics in the rapid typing software. Now this is the lesson overview. If we want to check the student statistics, suppose there are so many students who are working on it, if we want to check how the particular student has done, so student statistics screen will open after clicking on the student statistics tab. So we have learned about the three tabs. So if we click on the student statistics tab, this type of screen will open, and it will have the following controls. One is the student account or the groups, and one will be the student panel or the lesson statistics. So in this case, if we work on this one, we have the student account window, and these are of the three parts it consists, that is the student's toolbar for adding, removing, and inserting and saving the existing student account. Second is the student account. It is the area for selecting the current student account or group, and property panel is the area where you can edit a group or student properties of the selected item. Next we have a statistics panel, which consists of the following part, like we have the statistics toolbar for choosing the courses, removing the courses. Next we have a course diagram or statistics, which shows common statistics for all the lessons. Then we have a lesson diagram, which shows the statistics for each character or the keystroke of the selected lesson. And the lesson statistic tab shows the full statistics of the selected lesson. It shows all information about whatever the option you have chosen. All information about that is shown to you there. Okay. Next we have is beginning with the lesson editor. If you are working with the lesson editor, it offers us the flexibility to make all the lessons fully customized. If we want to make some changes in the lesson, we can do so by our own. So if you want to use the lesson editor, you have to click on the lesson editor tab. So you can see the lesson editor tab there, and this is the icon which is shown. It is on the top left corner of the main window. Here when we learned about the interface, we have seen that in the interface on the title bar, at the extreme right side we have the three tabs. Out of that, one of the tab is the lesson editor tab. So next we have is the interface of the lesson editor. The first is the title bar, which displays the lesson editor tab along with the title and the control buttons like minimize, maximize, and close. Then we have is the toolbar, which contains the commands for adding, removing, inserting, and saving the lessons. And after that we have is the navigation tree, which help us to show a list of the current keyboard layout which we have chosen, the current course, the section, and the lesson. And then we have the property area, which lets you modify the course, section, and the properties of the current lesson. Then we have the editing panel, which is the area where you can make changes in the existing course option. And if a long text is inserted and lesson from a file is taken, you can split such a lesson into smaller lessons. Then we have the table analysis text, which displays the number and percentage of the words in the lesson. And we have the virtual keyboard also, which gives us the feedback showing you which fingers you need to press on which of the keys. Okay. After that we have the steps to create a new lesson. So in order to create a new lesson, first of all you have to click on the lesson menu option from the rapid typing toolbar. After clicking on the lesson menu option, you have to select the course level in which you want to add a new lesson, and then you have to choose a new lesson option from the lesson menu and select the create new lesson option. Now you can give the any name to it. The name which you will give it will appear in the title bar. And the same way, if you want to delete the lesson from the software, so you can go to the navigation tree and click on the delete button. So this way your this particular lesson will be deleted. Next is how to create a new course. We have learned how to create a new lesson. If you want to create a new course, so we have to go to this particular area, lesson editor option, which is present on the title bar. This option which is highlighted, this is the lesson editor option. Or there is a shortcut key Ctrl+T. Then you have to click on the course menu button, and a drop down menu will appear, and select the create new course option. Here you can see the create new course option is highlighted. Just select this one and you will see that new course will be added in the navigation tree. Give a name to it and title of your course and press the enter key. And if you want to delete the course which you have created, then click on the delete button. So we have learned in this chapter about the rapid typing software, about its interface, about interpreting the result, how it shows you the statistics, about how to add a new lesson or a course to the software. Now with this, the explanation of the chapter is complete. Let us move on to the question answers part. The first question says mention any two advantages of touch typing. So we have learned so many advantages of touch typing like speed, accuracy, time, focus. You have to write down them, give the particular heading and explain them in 2 lines each. It increases our speed, increases our efficiency, it makes our mistakes less, and makes our focus more on the fingers, as we have learned there that which fingers to be placed on the which keys on the keyboard. Next is, what is computer ergonomics? So in order to write this answer, computer ergonomics is the science of refining the design of the products to optimize the workspace fit between the worker and his or her work. That is, the person who is working in an environment, that is the worker, and the environment in which it is working, that is the workspace. So to develop such products that help you to improve the performance of the worker as well as new qualities improving the products, that is known as computer ergonomics. After that we have third question is, what is the difference between the gross typing speed and net typing speed? So in this question we have discussed that gross typing speed takes account of the total words typed in the given time frame, and net speed takes the total words typed in the given time frame minus the errors divided by the total words, the time taken per word. Okay, so this is the way you have to write the definition of these two and give an example also in order to elaborate both the concepts. The fourth question is, define typing accuracy with an example. So we have learned that typing accuracy means we are typing the words accurately and correctly without making any mistakes. So in order to calculate this, here the formula is given here, which needs to be written, that accuracy percentage is 100 minus words with the errors into 100 divided by the total number of words. So this is what is known as the typing accuracy. So with this we have covered the explanation of the chapter as well as the question answers of this chapter. I hope you have understood all the topics which we have discussed. Revise them thoroughly, and if there is any doubt is there, you can ask. Thank you students. Have a good day.